What's up, guys? Today, we'll explore the recent trends in NIO stock, Tesla, and other select tickers. We'll delve into technical indicators, upcoming events, and offer valuable insights into the current market scenario. What's going on with NIO stock? What's going on with Tesla spine video? Then a couple of other tickers, what the technicals are suggesting, what you should be watching for as time progresses. Anyways, let's delve into the dynamics surrounding NIO. NIO is up 3.8% for the day, holding up quite nicely. And the question is, will NIO try to bounce from here? Well, the first thing it has to do is try to break some critical resistance. And if you go there and look, NIO is very close to an open space. We have an unfilled gap, which tells me that NIO should push a little higher. But then we're going to see if NIO can break critical resistance or not. However, the whole market is going to have a very interesting day tomorrow because we actually have a lot of options expiring. This is going to be the biggest factor affecting how we move. Max pain's at 440, but we have 1.5 plus million calls expiring and about a little bit more than 3.5 million puts expiring. So the majority of positions are going to be on the put side with the 2.27 puts to call ratio. Most positions are puts, and the market makers are incentivized to try to push the market up as a result of that. Now NIO is coming out, and they're talking about the ET5. It looks very, very awesome. Very, very amazing looking tail light. And I think that this is a very good catalyst for the long term. But for the short term, there's been some talks about NIO's next earnings being weak potentially, and I don't really agree with that. I don't think we could truly say anything about their earnings just yet. Their margins have been eaten quite a bit with all the price cuts and also because of other declines. But I'm still very optimistic about what their future holds because NIO moving forward still has so much potential. We're observing a rise in production. Their production capacity is going up on top of this. They're projected to give us some very strong deliveries very soon. We're going to be observing to see how these higher amounts of deliveries affect their earnings. I believe this could be very positive for them, especially for the fourth quarter during the Q4 report that's going to be coming out later on. But we actually have the Q3 report potentially coming out soon over the next couple of months. So I think Q3 is going to be a lot stronger for NIO. So as Q4 think their numbers have been quite good, and we're approaching the second half of September. We're going to be discuss and see how this ends up helping NIO. Now, looking at the targets, we tend to see NIO do a lot better during the end of the year. So I'm going to be very excited for this, and I'm not going to really count on their earnings to be too bad. Were the declines in the past? Yes. Are their margins being hit? Yes. But I'm not too negative-minded because I think that there's a lot of potential for them towards the end. So we will look closely at it to see what effect it has on the next NIO. I just want to mention that as we approach any potential future outcomes, NIO is also going to be giving us more information about future products. There's going to be an update for the NIO phone to come out soon. The volume was very weak, only 26 million. I'll be closely monitoring to identify factors that could contribute to an increase in volume. Deutsche Bank is still saying that NIO is a buy. The price ratio is quite flat for the company, and as of right now, Fridays tend to be green about 53% of the time. So there is an edge for NIO. Also, there's not a whole lot of shorting going on, so it's a good sign for NIO as well. So now let's break down this chart. How it is looking. Well, it looks to me like NIO could be forming either. If you want to interpret this as an inverse and shoulders, you could try to do that. But at the same time, you could argue that this is looking like a cup and handle that's forming on NIO. So will we see this as bang ether slanted inverse head and shoulders where cup and handle. And this may lead to more upside. Now NIO has this unfilled gap around the 10.6 area wasn't fully filled just yet. So I think there's going to be upside tomorrow and NIO is going to make an attempt to break out. I think 10.6 is going to be tested. If we get above that, we're going to be observed 10.9. If that breaks, then the 200 EMA around 11.06 is also a possibility. But overall, it looks like NIO has potential to try to bounce. I'm very optimistic about what this company is capable of doing. I think the best way to go about this is just to be as patient as possible. It looks like we have a target of 452 to be met as soon as tomorrow. So it looks more bullish. It looks like this thing is going to try pushing going into tomorrow. I think there's a lot of potential for it to do so. On top of this, when you look at Tesla looks more bullish as well. We have a nice wedge watch for it to gap down and start pushing towards this 278 to 280 area, and it's still looking more bullish. So there is still potential for it. It's also been continuing to uptrend as time goes on, which is looking quite good for it as it uptrends. We're starting to observe momentum shift in favor of the bulls, which is still a good sign for Apple stock. We have a potential shift in market structure. The 4 hours about to get a bullish cross in the, I think we just got it, and then I want to add that on the 30 minutes time frame, Apple is making higher highs and higher lows. Again, starting to break out. You could see even in the after hours, it made an attempt to push up. So there is a possible bullish divergence here. And this may lead to Apple pushing towards 77.1 to 77.5. That's looking bullish. Looks bullish too nice. You know, accumulation. We also have a cup and handle on it, just like SPY. This looks like a cup and handle. We're going to be looking for that breakout towards that 380 area. Once again, not bad whatsoever in the market is trying to continue to push. Last but not least, I just want to mention that Nvidia is looking more bullish, which could help to the whole market in the tech sector. We have a potential on the 4-hour time frame. We have a potential inverse head and shoulders developing on the charts, and this could lead to more upside in the future. We have a left shoulder. The head right here and right shoulder could be developing, going to be looking for that breakout. If it gets above 465, we are discussing fulfilling the 470 target in the next 2 trading days. I think there's potential for the stock. We will see if this thing can really break out. But still, friends, this is what I have brought for the rest of the market, because it is possible to make a splash in the market. If you look at log no. 9, the wedding gap is down, then you will see that DACA is coming to its traffic. Whether it pushes the opposite head and shoulders or just a cup and handle, I think no. 9 will try to create its path. 10.6 correlation, showing love to 50 EMA and 8. It can also be a green band for gaining control and the total. So I'm predicting some more upside for NIO. The 4 hours still looking a little bit more bullish, and NIO established a higher low relative to before, which is going to help it even more. Alright, so hopefully this video is helpful for everyone. Tomorrow, it's going to be an interesting day since we have so many options expiring. But the market makers have positioned themselves to have an edge regardless of what the outcome is. So I think there might be more options expiring, leading to a potential short squeeze, maybe a mini one at least in the morning. To start us off, I think we're going to start off very strong. We'll see what happens throughout the day, if it becomes like a trend day or not. But I do believe there's more upside coming. This could help NIO at least early on tomorrow, and think NIO is going to push up even more. That's what I'm predicting for tomorrow, and that's what I have for this one. So thank you all so much for listening. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing, and see you in the next video.